My name is Nico. I'm an HR administrator at the Office for the Vice President for Finance at MIT. And I worked with the PPAT class last year for the first time. It's something that I'd been aware of for years and years, but I was just kind of too busy sort of working, I hadn't carved the time out. And then last year decided to just sort of bite the bullet and work with the class. And it was a spectacular experience. It's one of the few chances that I have to work with students. And it was wonderful and exciting and fun and surprising. I really enjoyed it. So when Julie asked me if I was interested in coming back to do it again, I said sure. I had no idea what I was going to suggest as an option for a project to work on, but knew that I wanted to have the experience again. And so as soon as I stopped and thought about what would be helpful, I kept coming back to food and my kitchen because my house is really set up for me in a lot of very subtle ways. I don't need a lot of help to sort of navigate my own space, but my kitchen is definitely the place where I've made an active choice to not, lower my kitchen cabinets or raise the floor or do anything permanent in here. It mirrors the kitchen that I grew up in. My parents very specifically didn't make a lot of adjustments to the kitchens that we grew up in. I was just expected to sort of like make it my own space. And I have a similar setup. So I realized there were a number of things that go on in my kitchen that could be enhanced by something that PPAT could work on, and realizing that my ability to sort of move throughout the kitchen gracefully is, I wouldn't say deteriorating, but it's changing. So it used to be I was climbing on counters, jumping up and down off my countertops. It was like a monkey sort of in certain ways, and I was dragging things around. And now that I'm of a certain age, I can't do that anymore. Like I can't whip things around, I can't slide things around, I can't climb up onto the counters anymore. Plus it makes the guests nervous, so you have to like minimize that a little bit. So when I was thinking about what would be useful, I started to think about what were the pain points for me when it came to cooking large amounts of food. And the pain points were not even complicated recipes, but just recipes that require me to pour things from one pan to another, scrape things out of a pot, especially when that pot is hot, to tilt things and hold things. I just don't have enough arms, and a lot of things in the kitchen that anybody else could do with one hand, I have to use both hands for. So if you're trying to hold the pan at a certain angle with both hands, you don't have any hands left to scrape what's out of the bowl into it. So, and because I live alone and I do most of my cooking alone, there's not always, or there's rarely, a second person here to sort of do that for me, to sort of like, okay, I'll hold it, you scrape. I just don't have that. The cat is not very useful in that capacity.
To address the pain points laid out by Nico, our team designed an assistive pouring device that hangs over the counter and uses a linear actuator to slowly pour the contents from one container to another. The device secures to the counter using 2 suction cups and comes with an attachable spout to avoid spilling. The base is made out of HDPE and can therefore withstand temperatures up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. When not in use, the device can be folded up with the hinges and stored away. In addition, our team also designed Nico an extendable pointer that can be used on her capacitive touch oven controls. Here's what she had to say.
So the stick is like everything, because it means that I can literally stand in front of it, in front of the stove, and turn everything on and off. It's gonna, you're gonna save all of the flesh here and here from from steam burns and all that kind of stuff, not to mention the precarious leaning that I used to do over exposed food on the counter. The stick is the shit, and I'm really excited about it.